try this. I'm gonna get this. Shit! Fuck! Hunger Games Catching Fire. It's the sequel to the Hunger Games, you know, a movie I saw back in 2012. I actually saw it when it came out. You know, like most movies I don't see when they come out. I actually saw the Hunger Games when it came out. And I enjoyed the Hunger Games, but it's not as good as this one. Like, the sequel is amazing. I like this movie, but it's a mixed bag for me. I like this movie. I really enjoyed it. I was in the theater. The movie is 2 hours and 30 minutes. A 2 hour and 30 minutes can do one thing. It bored the living fucking shit out of you, or it can thoroughly entertain you and you like everything that's going on. Greatly, this was the second one. And what I really liked about this one that was a step up from the first one was the character development. I felt like in the first movie they didn't develop the characters as much. You learned more about Peeta and Katniss. You know, you learned them because they are your main characters of the story. In the first one, the side characters around them, they just didn't feel like, you know, they were important. They just felt like they were there. It just felt like, you know, they were there to carry the story along, because you don't need just two people in your whole entire movie. But you learn more about them in this movie. You learn more about Haymitch. You learn more about that crazy essential girl that gets on your fucking nerves. You learn more about Lenny Kravitz. But I felt like the girl that got on your fucking nerves in the first movie, I felt like she had more heart in this movie. And I really enjoyed, I dug her character in this movie. One person in this movie that stole the fucking show was Fennec. I liked Fennec. Fennec, he's a fucking badass. He has a trident, so, you know, obviously you think Aquaman. This man just looks like Aquaman. He can't control the fish, but he can fucking use a trident fucking very well. Peeta was a very step up in this movie. I like the way they carried Peeta in this movie. Peeta in the first movie, he felt weak. He felt like, oh, he's gonna do anything to survive, but he felt really weak. In this movie, he kicks ass. I really like the development with Peeta in this movie. I liked seeing that. Now, you already know Katniss is that nigga. She is that girl. She can do it. She just is a beast with that damn bow and arrow. One of my gripes about this movie is, in the first movie, the people that they were facing in the first movie felt like they were more, you know, definitive in everything that's going on. Of course, it will feel like that because, you know, it's her first Hunger Games, but it felt like they were more a threat to Peeta and Katniss. This one, the people, you know, the other victors, I was like, okay, this should be more badass. They should feel like more of a threat, but they really weren't a threat. I felt like they fell off with that. I felt like they didn't feel like a threat. Like the people from District 1, they looked like they were gonna fucking whoop their ass, but, you know, they didn't. They showed up one, like, come on now. And, you know, alliances formed, so they formed alliances with other people that looked like they were badasses, and so they formed alliances and they showed up once. Like I said, they didn't show up that much. They must have died. I don't know what happened to them, but they must have died. Something must have happened. But in the end, you know, that's my only gripe about this movie. When there's a movie that you can find hardly no gripes about it, that's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty fucking right. But all in all, like I said, I really enjoyed. I was really entertained by the Hunger Games. This is a kick-ass movie. Go check it out. You will really like it. You will like everything about it. You like the story, you like the characters. Katniss a fucking badass. Everybody's the badass in this movie. I like the Hunger Games Catching Fire, and I'm gonna all in all give the Hunger Games Catching Fire an A-. The Hunger Games Catching Fire. Have you seen it? And if you've seen it, what did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. I'm Michael Woods, and you've just been off the grid.